Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new documentary, The Phenomenon, about aliens. So, I got a chance to get a screener of this little documentary, and must be a very small documentary, despite the fact that they have some, budget, obviously, speaking about aliens and all this archival footage and everything, that I couldn't even find this on Letterboxd, but The Phenomenon is a film putting a spotlight on our country's history and other societies' history of alien encounters. And I guess to put it out there, it's like, am I somebody that goes around saying, aliens exist? No. Would I be surprised? No. So many weird things happen in life. Would I be surprised that there's some other life on some other planet and has come here at some point? Nope. So, if I saw an alien, there'd obviously be the shock of just seeing it for the first time, but, would I be really surprised? Probably not. But, in general, this film takes a look at, it interviews NASA people, like Harry Reid, the former House Majority Leader. He's in this as he apparently snuck in pork to increase budgets for looking into aliens. And I'm pretty sure he's from Nevada, so that might make some sense on why he wanted to do that. But thinking about how this film talks to all these different government people and what's the government hiding from us, and obviously the film wraps up with a message of talk to your representatives, tell them we want the truth. And obviously this has a very specific perspective on we want to find out about these aliens and the government needs to tell us about it. And where it has that message and really focusing on that, where it's most intriguing is when it talks to or recreates scenarios where people have seen UFOs or aliens. And there's one particular one that's towards the end of the film about this group of children who encounter a little small man who telepathically speaks to them. And that scene was so well directed and put together that it was kind of freaking me out. And that's great about James Fox, the director of this film, creates some intriguing and intense suspense at certain points throughout this film where you're really I'm kind of freaking out here. And then there's other moments where they're talking about military guys having interactions, flying planes and seeing these flying saucers, and they recreate them with CGI and stuff like that. And it's fascinating. A lot of these stories I had never heard from before, but I also don't go around watching a whole lot of things about UFO sightings and stuff like that. In general, this was just a really intriguing documentary, and if you're open-minded to the point where it's you're okay with potentially thinking about there might be aliens out there, I think this documentary would be really interesting and kind of eye-opening in terms of thinking about these different kinds of interactions. And the film never talks down to the people to be turning into a joke on these people. It's look how crazy they are, they saw these aliens. It's very earnest in giving them an opportunity to voice what they've seen and their perspective on things. Is this the most groundbreaking documentary out there? No. Is it really intriguing though? Sure is. And it's about a very intriguing and engaging kind of topic that it's just it has to be interesting, because with all these crazy stories of alien sightings, how couldn't you? But the thing is, at least the film is made in a way that might be a little preachy and be a bit biased, but it's made in such a craftful way that builds tension and suspense in these sequences when they're talking about these sightings that I was really engaged and engrossed in this film. I really liked it. I would definitely recommend The Phenomenon for people to check out once it starts rolling around to VOD or in a theater. But in general, I really liked it. I definitely recommend The Phenomenon. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.